that, I'm going to go ahead and ask the next question from Richard, and it's for you, Secretary Sue. What are you doing to help small businesses during this pandemic? And then I'm sure Congressman Schiff and Senator Portantino will want to follow up as well.
Thank you very much for that question. So one of the things I mentioned at the beginning was the outreach that we're doing. I think that one of the challenges for small businesses has been just, especially during COVID, right? The many sources of guidance and figuring out what employers need to do specifically to reopen safely, to protect workers and to stop the spread of COVID-19 in the workplace. So we're creating a website portal that would serve as a centralized website that would help employers to go on, enter in the county that you do business in, the type of industry that you're in, and any steps that you may have already taken to follow COVID-19 guidance. And what will come to you is information specific to you, the county public health guidance, whatever, Cal OSHA has issued over 36 industries of guidance for over 36 industries on health and safety. So we want to make it easier for employers, especially smaller businesses who may not have HR departments and in-house counsel to assist. So it's going to be written in simplified form. Also, it'll be really like a quiz. Have you done this? If yes, then this. If no, then that. And at the end, the plan is to assist with actually coming up with that site-specific safety plan. The other thing is that we know that, small businesses have been under tremendous pressure. Many of them have had to close down and may not be able to reopen. So we've been looking at ways to provide just financial support, financial help. So, for example, one of the things that we've been looking at is how workforce dollars can be used to support employers for dislocated workers, right? There's money that can go to workers who are out of a job temporarily for retraining. We have provided layoff aversion support. One of the things that the senator mentioned is WorkShare. WorkShare is a great program that allows employers to apply to be part of a program where they can keep their employees on for about 10 to 60% of their normal hours and get paid, but also still get unemployment insurance benefits. So they're not choosing between, closing down entirely and allowing their workers to collect unemployment insurance or staying open. So we really encourage, and we've been working also to put the whole WorkShare program also online. That was not there before the pandemic. And so again, we've been trying to, meet a crisis with really limited time. And so, that has really been a challenge, right? These were things that were not done before. And so they've been hard to do now, but we've been really invested in making sure that we're doing them. The last thing I'll say about this is that there's something called the Employment Training Panel, also under the Labor Agency. So if you go to the Labor Agency's website, you'll see it. And what the Employment Training Panel does is it provides funds for training for small businesses. So that for all businesses, but you get money to help support your training or retraining of your workforce or training new employees that you hire. And for small businesses, we're really doubling down on this idea of multi-employer contracts, because we know again that small businesses probably don't have the capacity to apply for these grants and keep up with the reporting requirements of state grants. So if you do a multi-employer contract through like a local chamber of commerce, an industry association, we're seeing more and more and try to support more employers getting training funds that way.
Thank you. We have a little bit of time for Congressman Schiff to talk about what at a federal level is happening for small business.
The two main vehicles that we use to help small businesses have been the PPP program and the Emergency Economic Disaster Relief loans and grants. And I would encourage people to reach out to my office or reach out to the SBA to see what may be still available. We do need to, replenish the PPP program. When those funds are available, I can tell you, and I did a town hall like this with the regional director of the SBA. If you're not having success in the PPP program, you can't get word back. Maybe you're a small customer of a large bank. You can apply at more than one financial institution. You can only get one of those loans or grants, but you can apply to multiple institutions to see which one comes through. And many had better luck with smaller community-based lending institutions than they did sometimes with the big behemoths. The other thing I would say is that we can't tell the banks to approve it or tell the SBA to approve it, but we can help ride shotgun and make sure that your applications haven't gotten lost, that you're not being treated arbitrarily or unfairly. So those are the predominant ways. In the HEROES Act, I lobbied hard to include the Save Our Stages legislation that is now part of the HEROES Act, as well as the mixed income earner legislation or a version of it that I wrote. So if we're able to get a relief package, hopefully those two things will be included.
Thank you. Senator Portantino, is it all right if I move on to the next question?
Go ahead.